Yeah, hey, it's me. I just wanted to let you know that I am driving around looking for that hooker with my scarf.
It started out as a short film, and then I produced the short film, directed the short film, and it kind of played some festivals and wanted to adapt it into a feature film. So I connected with my colleague from film school, who's a screenwriter, and we talked, and he kind of took it from there and adapted the short into the feature. I think he could talk a little bit more in detail about that.
Yeah, we started writing it as a full-length piece that we knew was something that we would be able to make. And we went around and met with people here in Las Vegas that were social workers and police officers. And you knew Esther, who is playing the role of Maria. And then the more and more we researched it, we realized how we wanted to tell the story. And that was how it worked.
So stylistically, we had a handheld camera throughout. And the only shot that's on a tripod is the last shot of the film with the last scene, with Barbie and the Karen character, kind of symbolizing kind of how their life was in flux until they came together and saved one another. So sorry for the shakiness, but there was meaning behind it. The meaning was that they were unstable and they were kind of off kilter until they found each other and provided each other's kind of balance and kind of home and stability for each other. Yes, you know what happened? I was looking out my window one day when I lived in Oakland, and I saw an underage prostitute, which I didn't know was an underage prostitute at the time. The correct term is exploited youth. But I saw a young girl going in and out of cars, and I didn't really know what was going on. And then it made me want to explore that subject matter more deeply. So that's kind of what motivated it.
I could add to that if you want.
Yes.
Yeah, and then one of the things that we noticed when we were telling the story from the Karen point of view, who's, besides the substance abuse, is someone who we relate to more because she's just kind of your average white character, was how little we knew about young women who were stuck in this position. And so we kind of, as we were conducting the research, realized, hey, that should be a scene in the movie. What is it like during the night when the girls have too much cash on them? What is it like if you let someone spend the night at your house? What is it like when a pimp gets arrested? What is it like when a pimp collects the money? And we kind of went through witnessing what that was all really like, and then made it part of the story. Our research became the film. But as we spoke to social workers, one of the things that was very upsetting was the amount of young women, and it's predominantly young women. There are young men who are in this situation, but it's mostly young women who make it into school somewhere. And if that school is anywhere near where they had ever worked in the sex world, someone finds them out. Someone can just tell. There are many teachers or members of the community who just know that's a girl that I can get away with whatever I want to do with them. And we found out that's an incredibly high rate. It was in like the 80s%. And so we wanted to include that because there kind of is no safety zone unless you leave the place. And we wanted to drive the characters out of the place to force them to start a new life.
It was a great movie. It definitely kept me entertained and obviously very into the plot line. In terms of emotions, I felt empathy towards the victims of human trafficking. I actually work for the Nevada Attorney General's office, and so I definitely have some insight there on the struggles that victims of human trafficking encounter. So it was very, certainly eye-opening, and I think will help shed the light on the struggles of human trafficking victims.
When she was talking to her sister about who the girl was, and when she was coming to tears, that was really a little emotional part in the movie. I kind of got a little teary-eyed. It was very kind of a touching moment. I think that was one of the strong points in this movie was the acting. It was really strong, and I really enjoyed that.
I liked the movie a lot as well. I thought they did a great job. I really liked it. I liked the whole Vegas atmosphere. It was great.